Hello and welcome to today's video. It's been a little while since I posted. I think it's been like a month or something. But oh well, I'm here now. I'm just eating cookies for breakfast because why not? And I saved you one as well. There you go. I hope you enjoy that very much. And yeah, so today I'm here to show you something very exciting. Stay hydrated, remember, very important. So you might remember from my last video, which was my spring book haul, that I got this beautiful copy of Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. And I was trying to decide which book to read next out of about 5, but in the end, and to quite a large degree down to the cover, I did decide to pick up Pride and Prejudice, and so I'm now this far through reading it. It's taking me a little while just because sometimes I'm not in the mood to read, but as soon as I get started, I absolutely love this book. It's so interesting to go back to that time period where people's lives were so different. I suppose obviously everyone in here is quite well off. It's just so interesting to see what they spend all their time doing. But I also do just enjoy the characters as well because I don't find any of them particularly one-sided. They all have their strengths and their weaknesses, the things you like about them, the things you don't. But anyway, I just love this cover, as you've heard me say many times, and I was wondering why it is that on Vinted, they're being sold for like, I don't know, roughly £10 to £30, and I was like, this seems a bit all over the place, like how much are people actually paying for them to buy them new? So I was having a look, and so it says on them Cranford collection, and after some research I found that you can get them on this book subscription called Timeless Classics. But it seems a little bit complicated because, so they're like $11.99 a month, which I think is quite reasonable. But they seem to say like that they would take a few months subscription at a time. I think that maybe like £40 at a time or something like that. Or yeah, I wasn't sure how many books you'd get in one shipping. I wasn't sure exactly which books you would get, and it just seemed a bit confusing and a bit of a faff. So I decided to leave it. But keep looking on Vinted to see if I could find other Cranford collection books. And then one day I saw a picture of Pride and Prejudice, this one, for £37, and I thought somebody is having a laugh here because on this subscription it's like $11.99 a month. So why on earth would you be paying £37 for one of these books? And I clicked on it and I scrolled and there was a picture of another book and another and another, and in the end there were 6 different Cranford collection books this person was selling for £37, and I thought this is absolutely perfect, so I bought them from her, and that's what I'm going to show you. I have to say the delivery with these has been a bit of a nightmare. Like, I think it took about 3 weeks for them to actually get here. First of all because the lady I originally bought them from was ill and then was unable to send them, and then Vinted cancelled it, and then I got refunded, and then I had to repurchase them. And then they got delivered whilst I was on holiday. It turns out the person delivering them didn't even ring the doorbell, and then like kind of hid it somewhere and didn't leave a note, so I didn't even know they'd been delivered. So they'd actually been left out overnight for like 2 days, and it rained as well. So luckily they're not very damaged. There's a couple of marks that I think could be because of that, which is very unfortunate. So here they are. Here are my 6 Cranford collection books, although I do now have 2 copies of Pride and Prejudice, so I'm not sure if I'm going to resell it or what. But that slight bit of damage I mentioned is on Pride and Prejudice on the back here, as you can see. Otherwise it's still in great condition, but I just think they look so beautiful, like standing together on my bookshelf they're going to look amazing. So yeah, I thought I'd just talk you through each one and show you cover and what I know about the book. So obviously we've already mentioned Pride and Prejudice, so I'm not going to say any more about that one. Then we have Little Women, which kind of annoyingly I just bought a different copy of a couple of months ago, but this one is definitely nicer. Then we have The Age of Innocence by Edith Wharton, and I have to say this is the only book out of these that I actually had not really heard of and don't really know anything about. So if anybody has read this, please let me know if it's good, what it's about, anything like that. And yeah, I guess I'll find out. Then we have Jane Eyre by Charlotte Brontë, and I was looking at other copies of this one, so I'm glad that I managed to get it as part of this collection. Apparently it's quite depressing. I might like it though, because life is depressing sometimes, so sometimes it's more nice to read something that feels a bit more real and authentic and not shying away from difficult topics. But I guess we'll see, because other than that I don't know anything about it. But this one seems to be a bit thicker than the others as well. Yeah. And then we have Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen again. I like this green as well, it feels very peaceful, so I'm looking forward to reading it. And the flowers just look very nice and calm. Little butterfly there as well. So yeah. And then finally we have Wuthering Heights. And I was also looking at different copies of Wuthering Heights as well, so maybe a very tiny bit of damage on there as well, but otherwise they are just incredibly beautiful. They're just stunning, and I also really love the spines on all of them as well. They look so... Some classic books look, I don't know, like when they're leather bound they look a bit dull and you can't really tell much about the story from them. But I like that these, they all go together, they're all similar, but at the same time they're all different, and they just make me very, very happy. I'm so glad, oh my hair just got caught on them. I'm so glad to have them. Like, just look at how beautiful they all look together. They're just so nice. So yeah, this video was basically just to show you these books. Like, that was it. I hope you enjoyed it. Different angles, they're so nice. Yeah, my hair is also getting very long at the moment. Like, you can't even see how long it goes. That's, is it a decision to grow it out? Basically, it's a decision that I don't want to go to the hairdressers, so it's growing long. And that's the story in Balamory. Upcoming videos, I might do a spring reads video. To be honest, how many have I even read this spring? Not that many, and they've all been a bit all over the place, but that's alright. I'm also getting near the end of this beautiful book, The Language of Creation, Cosmic Symbolism in Genesis. It's by an Orthodox Christian, Matthew Peugeot, says on the book, brother of Jonathan Peugeot, who I first learned about his channel through Jordan Peterson. This book, I absolutely love it. I've just got this much left, so we're gonna get there. And then I would like to make a video talking about why and how I came to read that, as well as a bit of a summary of some of the important things. Then maybe I'll do like a summer to be read video as well, we'll have to see. But yeah, I would like to read more, I just, I get distracted, which isn't great, but we're here, we made it through this video. My camera is on very low battery, but that's the story in Balamory. Sorry I keep saying that. That's it. Goodbye. I actually forgot something, so I'm back a few hours later to show you the matching bookmarks that came with all the books. And you know, something I didn't even notice until today is that they actually have quotes on the back as well, which are just so beautiful. So we have the Pride and Prejudice one. Oh, yeah, it comes out like that. I'll just give you a little demonstration. The quote on the back of this is, "There is no charm equal to tenderness of heart." I have to say, I'm still very fond of the bookmarks that I make myself. Why didn't I show you actually? I'll show you my handmade bookmarks. They're all stacked like this. There we go. Here we have yellow bookmarks. We also have ones in different colours and with different patterns and textures on them. And they bring me a lot of joy.